Vlogtober, I think in the same outfit that I've been in like every morning for the most part. You guys will not be seeing, like, this is gonna be the only thing I'm wearing in the morning, let's be honest with you. It's Sherpa, it's warm, and it's in the 30s. So, you know, you do what you gotta do to stay warm in Minnesota, am I right? Welcome back to Vlogtober. Today is Thursday, October 20th, and it's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. I have to go to Target today. I have to do some meal prepping today. My meal schedule has been all sorts of off because we've been making things and then I make too much, and then we have meals that like extend beyond the intended number of days, and it's just kind of been a whole discombobulated mess of doing food, right? And as I discussed in my live stream a little bit about like what's happening with my diet and blah, 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 what I'm doing today, y'all, is Fab 4. Fab 4 all the way. And I'm tracking it to the best of my ability. Everything that I have planned so far, I'm racking my brain because I went through some cookbooks to figure out if there's any recipe already in my possession for things like the spaghetti squash that I have to use up. But also I have a bunch of ingredients for another batch of the Emily Bites soup. So I'm actually going to make that today as well because I think the spaghetti squashes will hold out for a couple more days. And so I'm going to make some soup with the intention of making like a double batch and then being able to freeze some so we actually just have some on hand, which will be really, really great. And I have figured out how to track for the substitutions that I make in that recipe, which is instead of fat-free half and half, I use regular half and half, and instead of light butter, I use regular butter. So there's additional fat compared to the nutrition information on the Emily Bites website. But that soup, my husband even said, I get messages from you guys all the time. I got a message from someone just yesterday saying, thank you for telling me about that soup. I made it for my family and the entire family loved it. And when I tell you that my husband said the words, you know, that soup, that chicken soup, I wouldn't care if that chicken soup showed up like every other week for the duration of winter. Like, he loves it. It is so thick and so satisfying and so stinking flavorful. Oh my gosh, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. So I'm going to make more because we have chicken in the freezer that we need to use up. So I thawed some of that out. I have leftover half and half from the first time I made it. So we're just going to be throwing things in a pot and making that, and then I have to also thaw the ingredients and get ready for my spaghetti squash dishes, which is going to be spaghetti squash bolognese. I'm gonna make my own sauce. I'm going to, you know, put the meat in the sauce, and then we gotta cook up the spaghetti squash. That's probably not going to happen today, but it will happen in the next couple of days because those squashes need to get used. And tomorrow is CSA pickup, and I am 98% sure there's more squash coming. So that CSA box, Community Sourced Agriculture, that I joined for the 9 weeks that were remaining in the summer season, y'all, we have eaten so much squash. We've eaten so much squash. And it's not bad because it's a healthier version of a carb, right? It's a higher fiber carbohydrate. So it's been actually taking place of things like rice and quinoa. We were just having squash instead of potatoes or something. I also have a lot of potatoes. Oh my gosh, I forgot about the potatoes. Y'all, I have so much produce in this house that it is increasingly becoming more difficult to use it all and stay within my calorie deficit. It's all good, clean, organic, healthy, locally grown stuff. So I have no problem with it in terms of the quality of the food. But when you have 3 pounds of potatoes, I might have more potatoes coming. We have a ton of carrots, which is why I'm making a double batch of this soup to use up what I have in the fridge, plus some of those carrots. I think we have more carrots coming. I think we have more potatoes coming. What am I supposed to do with all the freaking potatoes? I don't even know. That's what I have to figure out. I don't know how long they're gonna last. Wow, I've got a lot of produce. So today I'm in the kitchen. I'm thinking in the kitchen and getting food prepped for the weekend, the rest of the week, all that jazz. So we're gonna go to Target today because it's actually gonna be warm enough where I won't be terribly disappointed in the fact I have to go outside. And I have to edit today. I have a group coaching call tonight, which is really exciting with my group coaching members. We are going to start the discussion on how to survive the holidays on track. How to survive the holidays without gaining the holiday 10 or 15 pounds. Which is something we are all very, very good at if we don't put a couple of guardrails into place. And so tonight we're actually going to start the discussion on how to not gain weight during the holidays. What kind of mindsets do we need to embrace during the holidays, and what sort of beliefs and mindsets do we need to toss to the wayside because they are no longer serving us? So that's a very, very exciting topic at hand. First, I'm trying to decide what order I want to freaking do all these things in. I kind of want to go to the store now, but I also need to wait for my husband to get off the phone so I can talk to him about things. My work is never done. My work is never done. Oh no. I'm feeling a little high strung this morning and I don't even know why. Maybe it's the Fab Four smoothie. Who the heck knows? Anyway, welcome to the vlog. Good morning from me and my Fab Four smoothie. It might be 38 degrees outside, but I felt compelled to have a Fab Four smoothie this morning because the scale did something unexpected in a good way. And I was like, that's weird. I will keep this momentum going by making good choices today. So Fab Four smoothie it is. This is just over 400 calories and it's like 45 grams of protein, 15 grams of fiber, 9 grams of fat, like on point macros. Super stoked about it. Is it wildly satisfying, especially when it's cold outside? No, it's not. Do I enjoy drinking them when it is cold outside? No, I don't. But if I adhere to the Fab Four philosophy and things start to go my way, it's worth it, right? All right, how about a mini Target haul? I walked in and walked out with only the things on my list. Literally only the things on my list. Very, very proud of myself. We got some more half and half because tonight's mission is to make a big old batch of that Emily Bites soup. I am so excited. So we have half and half. I got some more milk because this week, as you saw this morning, I had Fab Four smoothie. I want to keep up that trend and just keep that going. So to make sure I didn't run out of milk, I grabbed some more. We got some celery. This is also for the soup. On Target Cartwheel, the mini cucumbers by Good & Gather were on sale, which was super exciting. I think I'm going to take some of these and some of this. This is tuna. This is which kind of tuna is this? The sustainably caught solid white albacore in water. This is 33 grams of protein per can, which is amazing. This was the only kind of unconventional thing I got, and it was still on my list because I saw that this particular flavor was on Cartwheel for like 20 or 25% off. Have you heard of these Midday Squares? I heard of them, I've seen them around, but they've always been too pricey for me to be willing to try and pick up. Well, I found it at Target. It was also on sale, 2 for $4. So it's still pretty pricey, but for the sake of experimentation, I wanted to try it. Look at these nutrition information. Now, it's 160 calories. Yes, this is a small bite, but I had one on the way home because I was getting ravenously hungry and we can't have that. And it actually tastes really, really good. But can we pay attention to these macros? Acknowledge these macros with me for a second. 11 fat, yeah, that's a little high in fat, but that's okay. 13 carbs, 4 of which are fiber, and 6 grams of protein. Talk about a balanced treat. Like, I understand why this is the Midday Square. This is the thing that's like supposed to hold you over between lunch and dinner because it has every macro you need in it and really nice balance, really decent ingredients. So I understand. I wish they weren't so stinking expensive, but I understand why they exist and why they're popular. So worth pursuing, perhaps. I only tried the chocolate fudge one. Really, really good. Got some eggs. I was going to make my own spaghetti sauce, but given that all of the Good & Gather brand ingredients needed to make that spaghetti sauce would have made it more, the Good & Gather brand out of stock. And so it was actually cheaper for me to just buy pre-made sauce than it was for me to get all of the on-brand ingredients to make the sauce. Got some more Primal Kitchen mayonnaise. This is the mayo of choice in our house. I needed more minced garlic, some more chicken broth, and then I bought Triscuits. They were also on Cartwheel, and now I have a cracker that I can eat that goat cheese, that cranberry goat cheese with. So I got myself some plain old Triscuit crackers. And that's it. Super quick, super simple. Oh, and I bought a container of my husband's ice cream, but that's already in the freezer. All right, here is my lunch. It is just a can of tuna, 2 tablespoons, so higher in fat. I'm embracing Fab Four today and going higher fat. 2 tablespoons of Primal Kitchen mayo, and this sriracha sauce, which I found on Thrive Market. I love it because the big bottles, oh yeah, that's landed in my food. Awesome. The big bottles of sriracha sauce you can get in the store will literally last me a lifetime because I don't do spicy. So I do like a squirt at a time, right? To make my Asian mayo. So I've been loving that. But it's the 2 tablespoons of mayo and the sriracha. I mixed it in, and then I mixed the tuna in, and then I chopped up 2 of my mini cucumbers, mixed those in, and then topped it off with a splash of soy sauce and mixed all that in. So we went super low carb for this because I already ate the a square that had carbohydrates and fiber in it. Here it is, folks. This is after we ate. I managed to make a big double serving of the Emily Bites creamy chicken wild rice soup. Like last time, the only change I made was I used full fat half and half and regular butter. Oh my gosh, so good. It's always so stinking good.